my back 9 inches and pull out 6 inches, there's no progress. If you pull it all the way out, that's not progress. Progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even pulled the knife out, much less heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there. Malcolm X, 1964. Malcolm X had a point. Racism and racial discrimination may be less severe, but it is by no means over. Americans have stated that racial discrimination ended with the Civil Rights Movement. Though some have not seen or experienced it firsthand, it is still an issue today. In today's special, we will be addressing the reality of racial discrimination in America. Hi, I'm your host, Erica Drake, and this is Social Work 100 News. Today we have world-renowned social worker Brianna Schneeberger to tell us about the relevance of social work and how it correlates to racial discrimination. So Brianna, how is social work relevant to racial discrimination?
Well, the stats are showing that social workers are primarily assisting minorities, which is too bad, but they need greater work for social work because racial discrimination is a direct cause of poverty.
Okay. How do you personally, as a social worker, handle and address this situation?
Social workers strive to address and eliminate racism, of course. NASA, the organization's code of ethics, includes and presents the principle that social workers should challenge social justice, focusing mainly on issues of poverty, unemployment, discrimination, and etc. We strive to make it a priority to promote sensitivity and education about oppression. We are aware and knowledgeable about cultural and ethnic diversity. The code states social workers should reach to ensure, assess, need information, services, resources, equality of opportunity, and meaningful participation in decision-making for all people.
Thank you so much. That was so wonderful. That's so incredible, the difference that social workers are making in our society. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Lexi and I got the issues today. Did you know that racial discrimination is not being addressed in the proper manner? Did you know that there are other ways to address discrimination in a racial standpoint rather than ignoring the problems at hand? And did you know that Black Lives Matter is a real thing? People of color firmly believe that they're being discriminated against, and people are treating it like it's too dramatic. And did you know people, mostly majority groups, believe that discrimination was solved years ago with Martin Luther King Jr., so they just push it aside and refuse to address it? After all, they have the rights they need.
Now it's time for a weather update with Beth Coon.
Spotty poverty floating in from the west today, with a chance of crime later. Later in the week, we'll see racism and an increase of income inequality.
Let's talk about celebrities. Something needs to be done about discrimination, and celebrities are taking their stance on it, whether you stand with them or not. First celebrity we're going to talk about is Reese Witherspoon. She called out the lack of diversities within the nominees of the Oscars, saying that she was disappointed. Second celebrity, Chris Rock, referred to the Oscars as the white BETs. Kobe Bryant, professional athlete, tweeted, "I couldn't play for him," after Donald Sterling, a coach for a basketball team, made a racial comment about one of his players. Lots of celebrities endorse artists against racism, like Ellen DeGeneres, Celine Dion, Sarah McLachlan, Kiefer Sutherland, and so many more. It's obvious that racial discrimination didn't end with Martin Luther King. Celebrities realize that, as well as many other racial protesters in our country. As a country, we need to become more aware of discrimination and change the way we address it. Race isn't biological. It's a made-up concept we use to classify people, and it needs to be ended. The word racist has such a negative connotation. We need to ignore race and find the good in people around us.
Racism affects more than just the field of social workers. It affects everyone in society. Racism affects schools, the workforce, sports, the individuals living in poverty, and many other disciplines. To the ones being discriminated against in these environments, racism is still very much alive. Many privileged individuals aren't aware of the severity of these issues.
Racism is occurring in the workforce. A study conducted in 2001 had thousands of applications sent to job sites. Identical versions of each resume would be sent out with one condition. Only the name of the applicant would be different, names such as John Smith versus Juan Rodriguez. The results? Job applicants with white names needed to send about 10 resumes to get one call back. Those with African American names needed to send around 15 resumes to get one call back.
Finally, one of the most significant examples of racism occurs in our criminal justice system. More than 60% of people behind bars are people of color, which is a significant percentage considering African Americans make up only 13% of the U.S. population. 1 in 3 black males born in 2001 will go to prison at some point in their lives, compared to the 1 in 17 white males. And 1 in 18 black women will go to prison at some point, while 1 in every 111 white women will. These numbers are very telling and need to be brought to attention. American rights are not equal to all.
Barack Obama said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." Racial discrimination is real, people. It's up to us to make a change. Hi, I'm Erica Drake, and this has been Social Work 100 News.